questions. Julie?
Thanks so much. I want to thank everyone for their excellent presentations and for the great discussion today. My first question is going to be directed to Mr. D'Angelo. I had read with interest there was a May 8th announcement, and you did refer to it. The BC provincial government had put out an announcement with TransLink, and they said two key things in that announcement. They said they were working on a comprehensive solution to address the major financial impacts during COVID-19 with TransLink. And then there was also a review of the transit service levels to ensure right levels as they were looking to restart BC. Is that kind of model, has that been done in all provinces with their major cities or their major transit systems? Has that been done?
Yes, in Toronto, they have been working on what different levels of service will look like and
with
what
the province?
system with the province, yes, and what systems can accommodate. So in a riding like Davenport, I mean, we're still seeing overcrowding even today on buses that travel through there to get essential workers to and from work. And so that's why we think it's so important that the federal government take the lead on this with the provinces. As Mayor Tory said last Friday, that we are facing a critical time and we can't wait any longer.
Yes, and just so you know, I'm a born and bred downtown Torontonian. I can assure you do not have to tell me about the importance of our TTC to our lives here. I know that 2/3 of the revenue for the TTC is actually via the fare box, and I know that ridership has fallen around 90%. Has there been any temporary decline in has the temporary decline in the revenue been offset by any operational changes or any other overall adjustments?
Yes, so there have been some layoff notices that were announced in recent weeks, but again, as cities reopen, it's totally the opposite of what's needed to respect physical distancing and help people to get back to work. So it's
that's been the only thing, is just sort of looking at laying off some.
I would say also some diesel, because we heard service reductions are down little, repairs might be down little, but overall, I mean, cities are providing full transit to those million people, and we need almost the full service to respect the 2-meter rule and have adequate frequency. That's the challenge that lays before us and why we're asking the federal government to lead the discussion.
Okay, and then I'm going to continue the line of questioning that Ms. Koutrakis had started around the $400 million and how you're hoping to spend it. I'd love a few more details. Is this $400 million, you're asking this for a 6-month period, a 1-year period? Is it directly just to help recoup, just to make sure that we're paying sort of the drivers? And are you asking an equal amount of the province?
So it's a global figure of $400 million a month, and we're open to, whichever way the federal and provincial governments can find an agreement on how to split that. The bottom line is that's what our systems are losing on a monthly basis. As riders return, that amount would taper down until we land at a level of ridership that our systems would once again be sustainable.
Okay, thank you. And my last question is actually for Mr. McKenna from the Air Transport Association of Canada. I miss flying, by the way. I might be one of the few people in Canada that misses flying and would go on a plane tomorrow if I thought it was safe. So I do want to just continue a little bit with the line of questioning around regaining passenger confidence. In places like Hong Kong and maybe Taiwan, as soon as you actually arrive at an airport, they actually do testing. You have to wait till the testing is done. Then there's an app that you have to download, and then you have to follow up for 14 days as you quarantine. Would you recommend something like that for Canada to be looking at, or a version of that? Or are you seeing different systems around the world that might actually increase passenger confidence that you might want to draw our attention to?
No, actually, we're looking at that right now, what's being done elsewhere, what the laws allow us to do, because the privacy laws in Canada are very serious, they're very strict. We also have to be concerned about there are different levels of airports in Canada. You can have a system for international airports and other ones regional airports. Regional airports can't necessarily afford to have the equipment that regional airports have to have. So we're looking at all these elements here. Of course, international travel is a major concern. That's where a lot of the traffic flow goes. So the big city airports part of the national airport system could have a system in place But I don't know if that's applicable to all the smaller regional airports, the hundreds of regional airports in this country.
Okay.